Speaking of cabbies, you got to tell the cabbie story. I mean, we're going to be all over the ball field today, but actually, Anthony made this point a while ago. I mean, in this city, if you're lucky enough, quote, to have a white cabbie, 9 out of 10 times, he's crazy.
Crazy in that way where you could see him sleeping on the street.
So I get in my cab, I leave, I say goodbye to all the people that work in the building that love me.
Yeah.
And I get into a cab, and I have my headphones on. I want to listen to something. And it's a white guy wearing a hat. And I just see the movement of his fat head, and I'm like, oh, he's talking. What?
And you got your earphones
I got my earplugs in.
So
I'm looking for Sabbath, actually. I'm looking for Sabbath.
Of course you are.
Want to hear a little hole in the sky on the way. So I take it out. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. I have my thing in, which is a hint for shut your fat face.
Right.
Stupid. And he's like, bet you never saw a dressed-up cabbie before, which is correct.
I just want to get to where I'm going in silence.
So I'm like, no, I think it's good, dressing up. And I put it back in, and I look up again, and I just see his fat mouth continuing to. It's like, you know, when someone's talking, if you're looking at them from the back right view, you'll just see the subtle movements of their head, and you're praying they have Parkinson's, but you know they don't. They're talking. So I take it out again. I'm like, sorry, I didn't hear you. He's like, well, you know, after 9/11, I traded in my black car. I guess he was a livery driver.
Right. Ugh.
For a yellow one. So I realized he's wearing a chauffeur's uniform.
He's driving a yellow cab.
In a chauffeur uniform, and he looked exactly like the doorman from the Jeffersons. That's who he looked like. It was stupid. And driving me down Broadway, and he goes, yeah, I even got a red, white, and blue tie to commemorate the victims. He holds up his red, white, and blue tie so I can see it in the back.
Ugh.
And he starts talking about how he's the positive cab driver. And he goes, whenever you have negativity, use me like a computer chip. Just double click on my icon mentally and think of the positivity. Let me take away your negativity. And all I'm thinking of is what it would be like to strangle him like they did Johnny Ola. His fucking fat neck with some piano wire or something. Just to shut him up. And as I'm getting out, his awful tip-begging diatribe.
That's what it is.
Of course it is. And I get out, and he hands me a thank you card.
A card?
It's in an envelope. I was praying to be white powder in it so I could just fucking eat it and get this over with. And I know he doesn't have XM. I tried to get him to do a phone-in because he's such an ass.
Yeah, of course he is.
But wherever he is, I hope he has hit a pole.
Does he have a pile of these on his seat?
I'm sure he does, because I just want to thank you for being a... Do you really? Insincere fatso? Why do you have these typed out? You don't know anything about me. How do you know what our experience is going to be like together?
Thank you.
Yeah, and this is what it says. I thought it was like a generic Hallmark card or whatever. But I look and I realize this man has typed all this in. Are you surprised to see a dressed-up taxi driver? That's good. He puts his opening line in the card. Fucking, he's like a hack in every way.
A hack in a hack.
Hack. The taxi commissioner is looking for me, and I'm dodging him. Shithead. I used to be a limo driver before 9/11, and instead of a slash between 9 and 11, he has a question mark, because apparently fucking Tom the doorman doesn't proofread before he hands this shit out.
Gotcha.
I traded my black car in for a yellow car. And this is what he told me.
The shift key, did he?
I have not read this card yet. I honestly have not. So if it's redundant, it's because he just repeats what's on his fucking card. Before 9/11 in February 2001, the bubble burst on the .coms. Then millions of people were laid off all over the world. Then all the businesses cut their expenses accounts to zero. A ripple effect happened, and all businesses that supported other businesses then laid them off, and some went bust. I hope this guy is dead.
Right.
Then when the World Trade Center got hit, period.
It's Alan Greenspan with cranky ass.
This is the sentence. This is the sentence. It goes went bust, period. Then when the World Trade Center got hit, period. Shouldn't that be a comma? Look, you fucking fatso in a chauffeur outfit. How about that? Okay, so that's the whole sentence.
That's the whole sentence.
Then when the World Trade Center got hit. Yes? No, that's the end of the thought. Shithead. And then the next sentence. It just put icing on the cake. Oh, I hate him.
Put icing on the cake.
And he capitalizes icing and cake.
Well, wouldn't you?
Of course I would. They're both proper names.
Mr. Icing Cake?
That's right. Mr. Icing and Mrs. Cake would like to say, "Duh, you fat pig." It just put the icing on the cake, comma, and it blow everything out of the ballpark for everybody.
Yes, it does blow everything out of the... What?
Wow. So I'm still chauffeuring people around. Why shouldn't I dress appropriately, positively, and professionally? No question mark, of course. You might as well put that instead of a slash in between 9 and 11. You fucking
That's where you're supposed to use that question.
Of course. And he capitalizes and darkens appropriately, positively, and professionally in the next sentence. Because I want you to leave my car more positive than you came in and have a more positive day, said Robert Reed. And then in parentheses...
I'm positive you're an ass.
He really is. I want you to leave my car more positive than you came in and have a more positive day. And then in parentheses, weekend, comma, flight, comma, stay in New York, comma, etc. Oh, like if you're here for the weekend, like he's giving different reasons you might have been in his car.
Been in his
It's the
car.
weekend, you have a flight to catch.
Right.
He's just trying to be pertinent
Wow.
and relevant. Anytime you have any negativity, capitalized and darkened, picture me as a computer icon in your mind. This fucking asshole is just putting a thank you card, what he babbled about the whole
What
time.
he babbles
for a tip.
during the ride.
As the only taxi driver wearing a chauffeur uniform and an American flag tie, and in parentheses, since 9/11.
What?
What'd you wear before that? A red one with a white circle in the middle of it, you fucking Jap lover? And listen to classical music. Everything is positive and relaxing.
Yeah.
I wonder if he gives himself these affirmations in the mirror. I am not a fat pig in a yellow cab.
I make people happy.
You make no one happy. You know how
No.
people are happy? Thank God I'm not that horse's ass. All right. Everything is ever since 9/11. And listen to classical music. Everything is positive and relaxing. So anytime you have any negativity, you pull up my icon and double click it, and let my positivity flow out. So to rid of the negativity out. So to get rid of the negativity getting in. Use me as a catalyst to get started.
Well.
I wish he was here. You know what I'd like to do to this guy? I'd like to remove his chauffeur cap and hold his cheeks and sink my teeth into his forehead. Just sink. I wouldn't even utter a word. I would just bite his forehead and smell his sweaty hairline.
You know how annoying this just sounds?
Dude.
And you had to live this?
I
You
had
just
to sit in it.
You just wanted to get a fucking ride to work.
All
That's
cab drivers.
That's less than 5 minutes from
I-
here.
They all
I
wanna
wanted
talk.
Hole in the Sky, and I got this. Everybody needs help, question mark.
That's...
Everybody needs help. All right. Now he's an 80-year-old Jew.
Everybody needs help.
So I planted a seed of positivity in your subconscious mind.
Yeah, sure
Again.
he did.
And it's festering, sir, into a tree, wishing I could hang you from it. That's what your seed is blossoming into. Poison ivy. I'd rather wipe my ass with poison ivy that you planted than listen to this dreck.
He picked the wrong person to plant a positive
Wow.
seed
That's right.
in.
I'd like to.
You watch how positive Jim is from this point on.
I hope someone plants some seeds of positivity all over your back, motherfucker. So anytime you need me, I will be there. And oh, I wish I could. I have to post this. THEIR.
THEIR.
Yeah.
There.
Right.
Right. As in
Like I will be their reason
Right.
for hating their day.
there.
So anytime you need me, I will be there to help you and support you. Just think of me.
Of course.
And it's almost done. Let me thank you for being a valued client! Exclamation point.
A what?
A valued client! Exclamation point.
Client.
Yeah, I'm a client. I have so appreciated serving you. I look forward to many years of giving you the highest standard of excellence and service. His name is Paul something something. You're a positive taxi driver. And he wouldn't even... I wanted him to call in this radio show
Yeah.
because the man is a boob.
He is a complete
But
horse's
I'm like,
ass.
would you call into a radio show? He's like, nah, I don't have time.
Time.
Yeah, I can see you're obviously a real busy man about town. With your red, white, and blue tie.
He's got to get back to his printer.
I just want you people to know that if they ever find a fat man hanging by the neck from a red, white, and blue tie with a chauffeur cap by his, like, turnip root dangling feet, I want you to know there's one comedian yelling, Yippee-yi-hey, Mr. Falcon.
Let me see the.
I'm going to put this online so I'll block his name
Yeah.
out.
Please tell me you didn't tip him.
I did. I gave him a tip because I had to.
I wanted to see how positive he would have been if you didn't give him a tip.
I wanted him to call in, actually.
I like the graphic as a swan swimming through a little pond with lily pads and flowers.
Which is a positive image.
It's a very positive, very happy image. How old is this guy about?
I'd say 55.
Yeah?
Yeah,
He's probably had some tough times.
I'm sure he has.
And then,
Decided this was going to be his way of giving back.
He's probably trying to make up, like, karma-wise. Like you said, good point about the nom. He probably feels bad about the 8-year-old's hands he chopped off because he thought she was coming for him, but he just
Right.
realized she was asking for candy. He's trying to straighten his karma right out.
Look at all that bold type.
Meanwhile,
is that
there's
a code?
Fucking 40-year-old kid somewhere that can't wear a wristwatch thanks to old knee-jerk reaction. Thanks to some Marine in a fucking chauffeur hat back in 1967 that just lopped her little hands off with a machete. Now driving a cab trying to fucking put a smile on everyone's face.
Yeah, I think this guy's going to end up killing somebody.